Even though his balance is significant, he does not have any tax liens. And our objective is to avoid any tax liens being filed on his account, because then they'll attach to his home and other real property. When it attaches to your personal property, your liquidity can be reduced due to a tax liability. Now, there's nothing on any documentation that says your account is in special compliance. You don't know until you actually call the general collections. They can't even open the case and they have to transfer you. I have 25 years of experience dealing with them, so I know what to say, when to say it. So I'm not suggesting that it's easy. I'm suggesting that you have to have that specialized knowledge to get the outcome that you desire. So I'm bringing you some more IRS phone call resolution experience here. So I called the IRS for a client that has a significant liability. And we got him into a 6-month full pay. It's kind of part of our strategy. At the end of the day, it won't be full pay because we're utilizing our time of expiration. But anyway, so we got him into the full pay, but he received the collection due notice intent to levy, as if the IRS did not put all of the years in the full pay agreement. So I've called them to find out, why he received a balance due letter, and I just want to make sure that everything is included within the plan that we have set up for the full pay. So I'm on hold. She's evaluating the account to determine, what has happened. I'm here. Can you?
Still waiting for the system to retrieve all the information. It's taking longer than usual to download all of the information. But I do have a question on here real quick.
Okay.
So I do have records of the conversation back in November. Let me go back here. November 25th. And as you mentioned, it seems like the tax year has an extension in place, which has been completed. But there
was it 2019?
No, it seems the information I've seen on the system is for the 2021 tax return, but I do not see notes about that. So I just wanted to clarify with you.
All his returns have been filed.
Return was requested.
Yeah, all of his returns were filed, and we were waiting for, balances to be assessed to the account so he could see where he's at.
Oh, so that might explain. So which tax year were you expecting? The 2019?
Well, we received a recent notice that said it was processed, but, it was too late for him to actually receive his refund, because that year did have a refund, so it has been processed. In 21, I see a balance due on the account, so I'm not sure.
Not quite sure. Can you please confirm what is the notice number?
Sure, let me see. It is.
I do have records of an LT16 on the system, but there's no other.
And it says for tax period 2024. Well, he screenshotted me a copy of the notice, so the upper right-hand corner is not showing. So I can't see the notice number.
Hold on, just a brief moment. I'll be back in over 5 minutes, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Thank you, ma'am. Please hold.
Yes.
Maria Police for the waiting time. I was able to review the tax year. I do see that the system generated a CE 504 for the 2024 tax year. That's a final notice. It seems like it was an issue with the date on the processing for the extension. It seems like the 2024 wasn't included on the extension to full pay. It seems like it was some system issues with the 2024. It was processed on November 24, and the extension was placed on November 25th. So I will be working on the account to include the 2024 tax year to keep it protected as well, along with the rest of the tax years. But the extension, even if I include the 2024, it would not take longer than the 180 days for the 2024 tax year. So if after all the processing there's a balance, you can just move forward and set up a payment arrangement for any remaining balance in the account. So basically what I'm trying to say is that the 2024 will have the same expiration date as the rest of the years, okay?
Okay. So you said that the 2024, it was processed on the 24th of November, but the plan was put in place on the 25th.
Yeah, so it seems like the information was not available, or I'm not quite sure what happened, but
Gotcha.
like it was an issue with the processing time. So the 2024 tax year was not included on the extension, so it triggers like the computer generated notices. But I will just make sure that the 2024 is included on the extension as well to avoid any further notices for the account. Okay.
Okay. So what can you also tell me his current balance as it stands now?
The total balance you shown us of today is 132,284 with 93 cents. There is a credit for the 2019 tax year that hasn't been released yet. It's for 6,442. That overpayment is not offsetting yet the balance due on the account. Okay, so when that transaction is completed, that balance due might decrease.
So let me ask you this. Since the 2019 is past the refund statute, will it still be applied to the outstanding balance?
Let me see when that return was processed. I'll need just a quick moment.
Okay.
Answering that question. Oh, you're right. It was filed May 30. Yes, you're correct. So yes, it would not impact the balance due as taxpayer. It's it's after the.
I didn't think it would. I just wanted to double check. Okay.
Yeah. So I thought that the return was filed
Timely.
It's showing that it's resolved. But yeah, you're correct now. Let me just a brief moment. I will be working on the 2024 tax year to include that on the extension. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now,
well, I figured we weren't going to get the opportunity to sneak that 2019 refund in. You only have 3 years to collect the refund, and if it's past that time frame, you've lost it. So, timely filing is very important. See, if he would have filed that on time, it could have went towards his outstanding balances, but he didn't, so it's a lost refund. But as you can see, IRS has to do deeper digging before they can resolve or even suggest what someone is eligible for. So I understood that on the purchase transcripts that he filed late. I prepared the return form and several years late, and that he wasn't going to get the refund. But on the surface, that's not something that triggered with her in terms of the timing of even what year it was. So he's not eligible for the 2019 refund, bottom line. And I have no idea why is it taking so long to work within their systems today, but this is like the 5th 5-minute hold that I've had since we've got connected. But that's what they do. They come back and they ask you or tell you they need to put you on another 5-minute hold. They just kind of checking in with you, making sure that you're still there and you're still connected. But for this case, all we need to do is pull that 2024 into the full pay agreement that we have. Seems like there was a cross of timing for when they actually processed the return and when they set up the agreement. Although his balance, when I called to set up the agreement, it included the 2021. So systemically, they have some issues going on with their computer systems and everything talking looks like the way they should. This is not the first client that had an agreement and one of the years was for whatever reason left out. This year just happens to be the 2024. So hopefully it doesn't take much longer to get this pulled in. And we're in a different area within the IRS. We're in an area called the Special Compliance Unit. And so when I first call and you get collections, your case may be with collections, the general collections, or it may be in what they call a Special Compliance Unit, which is also a collection unit. It's a little different than regular collections only because they have a particular funding, looks like, that covers their employees. So within the Special Compliance Unit, if a case is there, the general collections can't even open it. So you have to talk to someone in special compliance, and typically that happens when the case maybe goes out to private collections, and then it's returned maybe to the IRS for them to try to collect. So it's just a different area, a different level of training and access for the employees in that section. So perhaps because it is a special compliance, that could be a reason is why the computers aren't really talking the way they should. I'll see. I'm going to ask when she comes back. I'm still here. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I apologize for the waiting time. I was able to complete all of the actions for the account. Please let the tax agent that he can disregard the notice There was a computer-generated notice because the 2024 tax year wasn't included yet on the extension. I have updated the account. The 2024 is protected under the extension. I'm just documenting the actions that I took to do on the account. If you please allow me a brief moment for no longer than 5 minutes to finish the notes, and I'll be back to summarize everything and also to answer any questions that you might have, okay?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
See, we got another 5-minute hold. We're going to find out what's special about this special compliance unit. Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
For anytime I was able to log in and activate on the account, notify that you were calling today regarding the CP 504 for the 2024 tax year. You were advised that the 2024 tax year was not included on the extension, so we completed a new list on the account and sent the taxpayer a new 6A1 form. That's the confirmation of the extension with the update with the 2024 tax year. The taxpayer should receive that notice within the next 10 to 14 days, notifying that the 2024 tax year was included as well on his extension. The extension will be good until May 24th, 2026. And up to that date, the balance due information will be $136,359. And also the taxpayer can continue making payments through direct pay. At the moment, the account is protected from any enforcement actions, like if after the extension there's still a remaining balance, the taxpayer can always move forward and set up a payment arrangement. So you or the taxpayer should call back to exert that option if there's any remaining balance due after the expiration of the extension, okay?
Okay. All right. Sounds like a plan. I do have a question for you. I do. And it's really not, I guess, client specific, but because his account is in the special compliance unit, what does that mean for him?
So basically, the special compliance personnel handles accounts that are almost, this is the final step before they could be any enforcement actions like levies or unnoticed federal taxing. So we work it's more likely a private agency, a private collection agency. So we're more specialized in accounts that have older balances and higher balances. So basically, this is the last step before there could be any enforcement actions.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to check because it seemed like the computer systems may not have been talking. Well, it just seems like I'm just wondering. It seemed like maybe the computer systems wasn't quite talking. It seemed like things were taking a long time with the computer system, so I didn't know if it was like in a different area.
Well, we are within the IRS. It's just that we are a collection specialized division. So you can call the general number of the IRS, or you can call us directly. But basically we handle everything, even regular balances. It's just that accounts that are being assigned to us are more specific, so we are only able to handle accounts that are assigned to us in the final step. So if, for example, you call the regular line number, you're not going to be able to work directly with any accounts that it's assigned to us. So if you call us directly, we can handle accounts that are assigned to us. We're specialized in work balances as well.
Okay, yeah, because I did call General ACS earlier, and then they transferred me in. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate all your help in getting it pulled in.
You're very welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, ma'am.
Thank you then for calling. Have a good day. Take care.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye. So, just like I was saying, the Special Compliance Unit is a section that's in the IRS, but more so associated with the private collection process. And so she just confirmed that. And I wanted to give you all a good definition of what the Special Compliance Unit is. Now, there's nothing on any documentation that you receive that says your account is in special compliance. You don't know until you actually call the general collections. They look up the social security number, and then they let you know if they're in special compliance. They can't even open the case, and they have to transfer you. So that's just an example of the Special Compliance Unit and the interaction. It's still me dealing with the IRS. It's just a different area. So to sum it up for this client, we got the 2024 pulled into his full pay agreement. In about 10 to 14 days, he's going to get another notification letting him know that it's pulled in there. We have until May 24th. Part of our strategy is we're going to let about $40,000 of the tax liability expire. And then we'll get into what we need to do with the remaining balance. But for him, he's still in a good place, good space. He doesn't have, even though his balance is significant, he does not have any tax liens, and that's part of our objective, is to avoid any tax liens being filed on his account, because then they'll attach to his home and other real property. He's a business owner, and he doesn't want that to, when it attaches to your personal property, your liquidity can be definitely, reduced due to a tax liability. So he doesn't have the ability, if with a tax lien, to pull equity out of his real property if need be. So for some people, having a lien on their property is significant and important, and for others, it doesn't matter. They don't have a concern about that. But when we look at each individual case, we look at the dynamics associated with the outcome that they desire and strategize our process to our negotiations to give the best outcome based on what we know is possible. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna call it the IRS Chronicles, and another inside look and conversation with the IRS, so that that they're not as scary as you may think they are. But if you like this kind of content, like us, subscribe, connect with us, stay in tune, so that we can keep you informed on how we go about dealing with the IRS. And I know for some people the IRS is scary, and that's just because it's not something you do every day like we do. I have 25 years of experience dealing with them, so I know what to say, when to say it, how to say it, what to expect, how to lead them down the road we want them to go as it comes to the negotiation process. So I'm not suggesting that it's easy. I'm suggesting that you have to have that specialized knowledge to get the outcome that you desire. But I do want to show you kind of the process, the behind the scenes of what happens with real and true IRS negotiations. So just stay connected with us. Give us a call if you have tax problems that you need to be resolved, or click on our link and just connect with us. Maybe you need a discovery call. But we're here to share this kind of information to give you an inside look as to what's going on.